Is there a song about chicken nuggets? I'm almost positive there has to be a song about chicken nuggets. That being said, chicken nuggets are usually not keto friendly. They're usually full of flour, which in turn have carbs, which in turn you can't eat. So today, we're going to make some keto chicken nuggets. And at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about how you can mix and match these with ketchup or with barbecue sauce. You can make sweet and sour chicken with them. You can make General Tso's chicken with them. At the end of this video specifically, I will be showing how to make the sweet and sour sauce keto version. So if you want to see that, just hit the jump and I'll head right over there. So for this recipe, you're going to need chicken breast. You're going to need about 5 or 6 boneless chicken boobs. I got these at Target. They were $3 off. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. You're also going to need 2 eggs, pork rinds, almond flour, Parmesan cheese, coconut oil, avocado oil. You'll need some type of salt. Now I have 2 different types of salt that I use consistently on my channel. That's Himalayan pink salt and Icelandic flake salt. There is a big difference between the 2 of them, but they're both really healthy for you. I'll make another video explaining the difference between the 2 of these, and I will link that in the description below. But for now, pick one or the other. This one can be found at the stores. This you usually have to special order. And black pepper. First thing you're going to do is you're going to crush up a cup worth of pork rinds. Now I'm going to use a food processor, but if you don't have a food processor, you can also take your pork rinds and put them in a Ziploc baggie and then just crush them with your hands by hand. Okay, so now I'm going to crush up my pork rinds. And you only want about a cup's worth here, so. So from here, you're going to combine your pork rinds, which is a cup of pork rinds, half a cup of almond flour, and 1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese. I'm going to need to get some more Parmesan now. As I was stating, 1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese. Again, if you don't like pork rinds, if you're not a pork rinds fan, just add another half cup of almond flour. This is going to be your breading. So you want to go ahead and combine this all in a food processor, or you can use a blender if you don't have a food processor, but you want to get a breading-like consistency when you make this. So this is about what you're looking for. You want that breading-like consistency with the mixture, so you want it to feel like a normal breading you would get at the store. So from this point, you're going to take your mixture and you're going to put it into a bowl or a flat container-like thing with ledges, because this is what you're going to be dipping your chicken into as you're breading. So you're going to transfer it to that. The next step is to take your chicken and cut it up into 1-inch chunks, and you want to make sure you take all these little fat pieces off. I personally don't like them, so I don't cook them, so that's the next step here. And as always, for safety reasons and health reasons, because none of us want to die of salmonella, because it's not fun to have, make sure you thoroughly wash your board when you are finished. I don't know what a 1-inch chunk is. Is it this or is it this? You know, just guess. Ice cube size. That's what I say. From here, you want to season your chicken with about half a teaspoon of pepper and half a teaspoon of salt. Now, I don't usually measure it out when I have this much chicken. I just pour it on top and then mix it with my hands. And then wash my hands afterwards. After you've scrubbed away your ability to contract salmonella, you are going to take 2 eggs, crack them in the bowl, and beat them. If you've never beat an egg before, this is probably not the best video to start learning, but I will teach you anyways. You can use an old whisk, a normal whisk, an egg whisk if you want, if you have one. I was taught with a fork. So what you do is you're going to tip your plate over this way, jab the yolks, and make a motion either clockwise or counterclockwise. And you're going to do it quickly, but you're going to make this little swooping motion like you're picking them up and dropping them back down. So then you're going to just speed it up and not spill it like I just did. From here, you're going to take your egg wash, you're going to take your chicken and your breading, and you're going to go chicken, egg, breading. And then you're going to put it in a pan. I just use a plain old cookie sheet lined with paper towels just to soak up some extra build off or runoff that can go from there. So dip, lift, dip, coat, lift, place. And we're going to do that for all the chicken. I just thought of something as I was doing this. The chicken is being coated in its unborn children. How messed up is that, you guys? It's going to be delicious, but still. I feel a little bad. So this is what they're going to look like before you put them in the oil. The other old tried and true method that works is to take your egg mixture and your chicken, take a Ziploc baggie and put your breading in the Ziploc baggie, take your chicken, put it in the Ziploc bag, and mix it all together. This doesn't make them look as neat as doing them individually, but it's also much faster. Once your chicken starts getting a little golden brown like this, you want to go ahead and flip them over. If you'd like to use the air fryer method, you can go ahead and do that. Just remember that your air fryer doesn't have any added fats to it, so like you would get from frying in coconut oil, so you'll need to add fats using any other kind of method. You can go ahead and line the bottom of your air fryer with parchment paper or aluminum foil, but if you use aluminum foil, make sure that you spray the bottom so the chicken doesn't stick to it. And then you want to add your nuggets a few at a time. You don't want them piled on top of each other, otherwise you're going to end up with soggy nuggets. So I have a Power Air Fryer extra large, and the capacity of the extra large is a 5.3 quart. They have smaller versions. They have a 3.4 and a 3.4 deluxe. I don't know what the difference is, but I will post a description to my air fryer in the description below. You're going to set your air fryer to 15 minutes instead of 20. I found that setting it to 20 leaves them entirely too dry. So 15 minutes at 400. So next we're going to make the keto sweet and sour sauce. And for your sweet and sour sauce, you're going to need half a cup of erythritol. Again, you want to get the confectioner's kind, not the granular kind, because the granular kind will not dissolve as easily. But if that's all you have, you can use it. Just make sure you mix it as well as you can so you don't have any of those granulars left. You want half a cup of rice vinegar, and you want to make sure that there are no carbs in your rice vinegar. Sugar-free or no sugar added ketchup You need 4 tablespoons of this. I have 2 different kinds shown here, but this is totally personal preference and up to you. As you can see, they are roughly the same amount of carbs at 1 carb per 2 tablespoons here. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. From here, you take all the ingredients that you have and just mix them all together until you get a syrupy like consistency. As you can see here, it'll all mix together and start kind of looking like a little bit of syrup. If the consistency is too thin for you, you can add about 1/8 or 1/4 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum to this. It'll make it a little thicker. It'll make it more of that traditional sweet and sour sauce kind of thickness. I personally don't care that it's a little thin. I like it just the same. I just dunk my whole chicken in there and eat it. So that's totally up to you. So with your sauces, you can obviously start with the sweet and sour sauce that we just made if you're in that zingy kind of mood for your chicken nuggets. You can have barbecue chicken nuggets. You can get this sugar-free barbecue sauce at Walmart. This is where I got it. It has 2 carbs for 2 tablespoons, so just think 1 carb per tablespoon. And the sugar-free ketchup is the same way, 1 carb per tablespoon. So you can just have ketchup and chicken nuggets. You can have sugar-free barbecue sauce chicken nuggets. Or you can do it with Tabasco sauce or just eat them by themselves. So this is what the final product looks like. It's so good. For more keto ideas, recipes, and tips, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get the notification when the new videos are uploaded.